No one wants to see my face either, but it is what it is. On, I know it's sad. On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, we're visiting a friend here in Michigan, and we're taking a look at a few of his cool cars, like this 1971 344 speed Shaker Cuda. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Just wait. Okay, we're here in Michigan looking at this 1971 Plymouth Cuda 344 speed car. It's currently been in this building for, I'm going to guess, 30 years. The owner, who's a friend of mine now, met him at a breakfast. We were at breakfast with me and another guy. He's like, oh, this guy's a big Mopar guy. You should really check out the cool cars he has. And met him. He's like, yeah, come on out sometime. And this was a little bit of a surprise, to say the least. I mean, you don't expect to see a 71, with Guild, Fender, Cuda, with a shaker sitting in the corner of your barn. I mean, this is just, and you can't see it, but it's got a salt and pepper interior. He used to race this car. He got it with a 340 with a tunnel ram. It's actually funny. He knew this car when he was drag racing his stuff locally here in Michigan. And then it ended up at a car dealership north of him. And he's like, hey, I'm interested in this car, but it had a tunnel ram and later model 340. So he bought it, and it was too rowdy for him just to be a driver. So he pulled it, and what does he do? He put a 446 pack, which it's not in here. He put a 446 pack in here, automatic. But it's weird. It's a manual steering, manual drum brake car, 3-speed wiper with I think you had to have the 3-speed wiper when you had the shaker hood because it's the only thing that would fit. The 2-speed wiper would not fit with the shaker. But you can see it is an original 71 shaker. And I'll get a better, I have a picture of the fender tag that I will give you a better view of here in a bit. I'm just trying to see if I can get around this engine that's on the floor. The gentleman worked at a exhaust company, so he's got tons of cool headers in here, all in the rafters. But yeah, slotted mags. Oh, the wheel in the back's missing. Did not know that. And unfortunately, I really can't squeeze in past here, and he asked me not to lean or scrape this side of the car. That's his running, driving Plymouth Scamp. But, yep, here you can see 340. And it's super clean. I mean, it's not clean. It's dirty, obviously. But, like, if you got this thing, when you get this thing out of here, oh, there's a shaker hood for like a Trans Am. That's funny. And I think he said that the guy who had it before him just had like John Deere tractor paint and painted the engine bay. That's why it's a different shade of green to the rest of the car. Ooh. There we go, nice and careful. But walking into this building with that sticking here in the corner was not something I was expecting. I mean, that right there is just so killer. Like I said, he's got headers everywhere and spare exhaust pieces. Also, he's got tons of cool grills in the rafters and trim. Fury grill, all kinds of cool stuff. And he actually works on his cars. He's actually having a 70 Cuda 6-pack car that he owns, restored or painted as we speak. So while this car has been sitting, it is on the list for something to happen with it. Not sure what right now, but hopefully something very good. All right, we're in the second building at my friend's place, and he's got how many miles are on the black car? 20,000?
19,820 miles.
19,820 miles. He special ordered this Plymouth Laser XE. Is it a Chrysler? No, isn't it's Chrysler Laser XE with it only has 20,000 miles because someone did some damage to it early in its life, and so it's a turbo 5-speed car, really nice and clean. Behind it is his Scam, which I'll blur out the license plate here in the video. And then he's got. Oh, you will when I walk over there.
That green car don't have a plate.
Oh, it doesn't have a plate on. Okay. He's got a bunch of cool. He works at um, an exhaust place, so he knows his exhaust stuff really, really well. Ooh, I like all the original Mopar dealership stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, Dodge Charger gas cap filler. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for what's stuck in the corner of this barn. And it's a 1971 Cuda 340 car. Manual steering. Manual. Is it disc brakes or drum? It is drum brakes, yeah. 3-speed wiper, though. Shaker car. Yep. Looks like it's F8 green. Is it F7? Okay, sorry. Yeah. It's been in here a while. 88. It's nearly 40 years because I'm 40 and I was born in 83. Love the slotted mags though. This thing is such a cool car. Oh, look at those the shackle extensions and the big old meats in the back. That is awesome. Well, yeah, you can't. Hey, at least they're rollers. At least it's not sitting in the dirt like some of the stuff we've seen. I like the old can in there. But I'm going to try to just. No, no, no. We don't have to. I know it's going to be a real pain. You think? Okay. Oh, wow. Someone really went to town with this rattle can.
Yeah, me.
You painted the K member green and the.
Everything, yep.
I mean, why did someone paint it black and you just
No,
couldn't?
because I had the 446 pack in there, and it was different colored greens and gold and shit. So I painted it John Deere green underneath it. Now I wish you wouldn't have. Now I'm trying to get it off. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, yeah, that happens. Non-air conditioned car.
Yeah, because it's a shaker hoodie car, 4-speed.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. No 446 packs ever came factory with air conditioning. Same thing with the Hemi. They all were non-AC cars.
Anything that had a shaker hood did not have air conditioning.
Yep. There's the old shaker scoop. I'm going to stick my phone over there and get a picture of the fender tag. But I thought I'd leave you guys on that. 71 Cuda 340 automatic car.
4-speed.
Oh, you're right, 4-speed. I was thinking of the other one. There's two 71 Cuda Guild fender cars here. You know,
out of the 4 that I owned.
the 4 you owned? Oh, that's all. That's all. And then all the cool headers that he has up here in the rafters. It's just so cool.
Well, working on exhaust system factory, you gotta save stuff, make your own exhaust.
That is true. That is true. Can you imagine walking into this barn and seeing, okay, you got the Laser, you got the Valiant, but then this Cuda is sitting in the corner with a shaker hood? When I saw it a few years ago, it absolutely blew my mind. And decoding the VIN tag, or the fender tag, it really gets into more detail. It's a tack car, it's got the 26-inch radiator, it's got an AM radio, shaker. In the second row, it's got a lot of molding. It's got the roof drip trail, the rail molding, the wide still molding. It's got the deck lid molding, got dual exhaust, chrome exhaust tips. It is F7 green, which is Sherwood green metallic, which is that really pretty like green. It's green top, green bottom, so that means it's all just one color. It's got the rally gauge cluster with bucket seats, 3-speed wiper with hood pins, which is really neat. Also, it at one time had the cloth and vinyl bucket seats, which is like that salt and pepper kind of looking. thing. That was really, really cool to know. It also was produced February 20th of 1971, and it had originally a 340 with a 4-speed, and it was built in Hamtramck, Michigan. That is a cool car, and I've heard from the owner that it's probably going to be coming out of that barn here shortly. So as soon as I hear from him, I will let everyone else know. Hey, Automotive Adventurers! How did you enjoy that 71 Cuda? How absolutely ridiculous is that? I mean, it's one of the rarest Mopars, and it's a 340 4-speed car sitting in the back of the barn. And it hadn't been there that long, I know, but still, what a neat car to see in that condition. Like, I imagine taking that picture and like making prints of it or something. I think that would work out really well. But I'm here in Illinois visiting my friend Steve. He was working on his 72 Challenger that we did Route 66 in, or he did it. I was in my Challenger. But the big thing is, obviously, this is Subvember, and so please subscribe. It keeps me going. But the other big thing is, this week, literally just a days away, is the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. Oh boy, which is a good thing. The show this year is absolutely insane. You're going to walk in, it's going to be nothing but B-body Hemi convertibles. Real ones, not tributes, no fake ones. And then the rest of the show, we got Shelbys, we got Camaros, we got Yenkos, we got... My barn find display is completely packed. We got a ton of cool stuff. I actually, since I don't have any more books to sell, they sold out. I'm going to have t-shirts in my barn find display for sale. I think the spec sheet they gave me is, I think they're going to be $35. I'll check because I don't pick them up until the first day of McCacken. But so my social media will be absolutely insane this coming week. Thursday and Friday's move-in. Saturday, Sunday is the show here at the Rosemont Convention Center. I will be there starting on Tuesday doing show prep. And yeah, should be a lot of fun. Tiring, but a lot of fun. So come say hi. Come and check out the cool cars and the amazing Rosemont Convention Center. And then what else is going on? We got the Tommy Boy car. That's gonna be a lot of fun. The GTX convertible, fully restored. A lot of cool stuff. Let me know what you think. If you have any comments or questions on the Muscle Car Show or anything else, let me know. Of course, new video every Friday or every Monday. Blah, been a long day. Next week's gonna be a little rough, but I should be able to knock one out. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you all soon. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you after McCacken.